Hello, FlossTube. Welcome back to our channel. It is a Halloween fall extravaganza tonight on the Steel City Stitchers. It's episode 148. Oh, I apologize for that annoying sound. But welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. And this will probably be our last video before Halloween. So, 'tis the season. We're going to go through and show some past Halloween and fall finishes that the girls and I have finished. And currently, these projects adorn our homes. So we had to gather them all up and haul them to our filming center tonight, wherever we're filming from, so that we can show you guys what we've been working on. So we will show that here in a bit when we get to finishes. But let's start like we normally do. Erin, what have you purchased lately?
I will say this too. Jonathan was cooking dinner and he goes, "Hey, what happened to all the Halloween decorations?" I was like, "In the back for filming." He goes, I thought maybe you gave them away." All right.
He's such a Debbie Downer.
I know. He doesn't.
Like, don't worry, they're going right back.
Yep. I think he's just goofing around. He likes them. Okay, I'm going to show, this is non-stitchy related, but it's from Target, and he's my favorite new thing, and so I'm going to show him. I got this guy.
How cute is that?
And he's just like a flip-on switch.
Love it.
I love him. He sits on my counter, and he makes me very happy.
He looks very, like, vintage, right? Like, doesn't that remind you of, like, a vintage Halloween decoration like your mom would have had?
Definitely what I was going for. So I actually saw like a video of this woman that made these, and I really could not afford the price that she was selling them for. And then I was like, I wonder if they're anywhere else. So then I happened upon it at Target, and I went, oh, no way. And so I hope Target's not ripping her off, but I really like that.
You're right. I love it. Cute.
I think it's like a vintage mold though. Like, and then they just.
It's big.
Yeah, he's bigger than you think.
I love him.
I love him so much. Thank you. Yes, he's so cute. And then, okay, so we got together. We had our cabin weekend, and the ladies brought goodies. So this one is from Jodi, and I also have my little Magnus.
No.
And my Magnus, my girls keep trying to take him, and I'm like, he's mine.
He's my favorite.
I love it without its alarm. And then, yes, my Death Before Decaf. I love how big this mug is, too. It's a really good size mug.
I've been drinking out of it all day, Jode. So I had my coffee in it this morning and my tea in it this evening. So, yeah.
The perfect one.
Uh-huh.
And Kristen brought us these cute guys, which was our choice for the weekend. We used these a lot up at the cabin. And then look at how cute these posters are that she made. My girls have been definitely loving these. They're obsessed. The only posters they will use currently, I had to steal them back for the video.
Aw.
I'm using one right now for my drink.
Aria was like, "Miss Kristen can crochet?" What? Like, sure, her mind was blown by these.
I love that she knows what that even is.
My mom crochets, so they're very familiar because Grandma always comes with her big old bag of yarn every time she comes to see us. And like when my mom was in the hospital, it was a big deal. She missed crocheting, so I kept bringing her crochet bag. And
yeah,
big thing. But she doesn't make this. She doesn't make coasters. She makes like rectangle blankets, and that's it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Mom, it's really okay. You don't have to learn anything new. I could also really be like, fine, then I'll figure it out. Then I have 1,000 coasters in my house.
Funny you said that. We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, yeah. We need some for every holiday and season though. This is what I'm thinking.
And then I'll need Christmas, and then yeah, for sure.
Jason goes, well, you can't do a Christmas tree because like it's gonna be a weird shape. And I was like, well, I'd make like an ornament, like a round ball. Yeah. I mean, you can crochet in the round. You can make a little pumpkin. You can make a little ornament. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
I love it. I love it. But that's all. I mean, I've purchased some stuff for kittens, but it's boring stuff. That's all I've really been doing lately.
Looks great. All right, Jode, what do you
My
got?
haul is the same. We spent the
We spent the weekend together.
Yep.
So my haul is the same. I have not purchased. I did purchase some yarn, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta grab my.
And if anyone is looking for a cabin to stay at in Hocking Hills, we highly recommend Creative Cabins. There are no notes. Like, it was
Blown
beautiful.
away.
Amazing.
Check out our video that we posted on our individual stories, and I also posted it on my Instagram. We actually should post that on the SCS.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But anyway, yeah, Hocking Hills, Creative Cabins. I already left my review for the weekend. I already told the lady we will be back. So no notes, like you said, it was perfect. Well, I have my penguin. So I do have my little penguin with his little floaties on. He is so cute. My coffee mug, all of my stuff too. And then I did want to show, I am having such a problem with needle minders because I have these two boards back here that are overflowing with needle minders. And this was like just a piece of metal. I don't know where it came from. And then this one is a picture frame that I put strips of like magnet tape behind and then covered with fabric, which is fine, but it only holds on the strips that are underneath the fabric. So it doesn't really hold that many. But I did find on Amazon, Jay's going to hang these up for me, these metal boards. And like, look how big they are. And you get a 2-pack. So I'm like, oh, I was like, I'm going to have plenty of room for needle minders. But these are new ones that he just made for me. So,
oh my God, that skeleton.
right. So I've got my creepy little skeleton, like Slender Man. This one is from our friend Stephanie Brown. She got this for us at Buc-ee's and brought this to the retreat for us. This was a pin I got as a VIP at my favorite band, Nickel Creek, at their concert last year.
Nice.
Remember where I got this one from, but it's super cute. And then I have my Houston Astros. This is when they went to the World Series. So Jay got this for me when he went to Texas. And then my 2 Pirates pins. So those are my newest, latest and greatest needle minders. And then I just found some extra ones and plopped them on here. But I have a lot of reorganizing to do. But I'll put the link for Amazon for which ones I bought. But they are like super heavy duty. And like I said, you get 2. I apologize. I don't know how to turn that off.
I'm not really hearing anything.
Are you not hearing it?
No.
You're good.
I'll have to cut that part out. It's my sister. Whatever. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so let's back to it. Okay, let's talk about whips, shall we? So we're going to skip finishes for now. So Erin, what do you got for whips?
I will be completely honest. I have 0 whips to show because I finished something while we were together that we cannot show. I'm working on stuff for kittens and Cat On Creations that I cannot show. And then I have some finishes. So I'm so sorry. I feel like a disappointment, but I have no whips to show.
But she did stitch all weekend, people. So don't think she wasn't stitching. She put in a lot of good stitching time this weekend.
I wasn't down at the Tigers. I was stitching.
Yep, for that brief interlude to watch the Tigers game, she did not stitch. So Jodi, what do you have over there?
Okay, so I have been working still on my Happy Campers.
Oh, yes.
Which I love. Sorry, I just found like a weird spot here. Okay, I'm coming. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Here.
So here's where I'm at. I did the little beaver.
Oh, yeah. Look
Jodi
at them.
looks so good.
Look at those marshmallows. And then I started the fire.
Oh.
Kristen and I didn't do much stitching over the weekend because we were working on our other craft, which let me grab. So I've crocheted for a long time, but I haven't picked it up in a while. Kristen inspired me to get back into it. And I have been working on a rectangle, Erin.
Start somewhere, Jodi.
Listen, I know. So here,
It looks
here's my
great.
blankie.
Here's my blankie.
Look.
It's big. So when we got to the cabin, I think I had maybe like this much done.
Oh, easily. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like not even significant.
And this is what I did all weekend. So the yarn is amazing. I was a little bit worried because I have crocheted before with yarn that's like fuzzy like this. That was a giant pain in the ass. But this is hang on. So
And go.
So the yarn I used are these Karen latte cakes, which are awesome. They're the ones that I've seen. There's variegated ones and there's also solid ones. So the colorway that I was using for this blanket, I cannot find. It's gone. I wiped out all the Michaels and it's gone. So my plan is I'm going to finish this. The blanket will be what the blanket is. Call it a day. But I did go back to Michael's and I found another one in this like white ivory color and I'm going to attempt socks.
Whoa, girl. I mean,
I'm doing it.
Cool.
I'm doing it.
Shit, girl, save the pattern and teach me your ways.
Well,
Like,
so
I don't know how to
made
make
slippers
socks.
before. Like I've crocheted slippers. Like I used to crochet my grandma's slippers when she was like in bed a lot. And so I didn't use a pattern. I just kind of like did it and like measured on my foot as I went. So we'll see how it turns out. But this is so fuzzy and so soft. I wanted to get, the yarn. I wanted to use the same yarn. So that's what I got. And these Karen cakes come in like all different like textures and thicknesses. I know, Kristen, you're using a version of these.
I'm using the cinnamon cake.
The cinnamon cakes. Right?
And the oyster color.
So, and I like them because they are, it says on the label, they're equivalent to like 3 skeins of yarn, although yarn comes in all different size skeins. So I don't know exactly what that means, but they're big and then you don't have to, keep adding and changing. So, and my blanket smells like the cabin, which smelled so good.
I did come home and my whole suitcase smelled like the cabin. So I ended up having to like wash all of the clothes, even the ones I didn't wear. But I was like, it's not a bad smell. It just smelled like the cabin.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Your house. Yeah, I get it.
I'm not mad about it. Yeah.
No, I'm not mad about it. So that's my whip situation.
Very nice. I can't wait for you to finish the blanket and start your next crochet adventure.
My next journey.
Your next journey.
Well, it won't be long because this yarn is all there. It's all I've got.
Oh, you'll finish it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just crochet at work. I mean, honestly. That's where
Let's be real.
How do you think I made 20 of these coasters? Okay. It wasn't after hours. Anywho's, hopefully nobody from work watches these videos, but even if you do, obviously still getting work done. So keep your mouth shut. Okay. So here are my whips. So I pulled out an Old Faithful. I was going through, I cleaned my craft room this weekend when we got home from the cabin. This is actually what I did yesterday. I got rid of a ton of whips. So they were just weighing heavy on me that I was like, I'm never going to stitch these damn things. So I ended up like taking out all of the flosses and the patterns, and I got rid of, like, depending on how much of the pattern I had done, I either salvaged the fabric or I just got rid of it and I just threw it away. So, but I did pull out some that I wanted to work on, and this is one of them. This was an Owl Forest embroidery pattern. that I bought.
I think I
And
remember that one.
I bought the threads that go with it too, and they are so gorgeous.
What brand?
It's Al Forest.
What is that? They have their own floss too?
I think they do because I bought it like as a kit.
Oh, you're right. Look at that. Oh, so
And they
pretty.
have these like little owls on the tags. So I'm assuming, you know, that this is theirs. But anyway, I bought the whole kit. It's a really pretty sampler and it's on this 40 count mallow linen, which is like rough as shit. But I think it looks really good with the colors. So I'm going to keep going with this one.
That's super fall. I love it.
And then I'm working on a Halloween pattern because 'tis the season, and I grabbed my Halloween tiny town because it's so freaking adorable. And I had a leftover piece of this fabric. And so here is my progress so far.
Good. I never would have pinned that fabric for that pattern, and I love it.
It looks really good with a Halloween pattern, doesn't
You
it?
did your tree on that, right?
I'll show you what I did on it because it's one of my
Okay.
finishes. But yeah, so I'm doing this on this is a 40 count, so it's not as tiny as my
Teeny tiny town.
teeny tiny Christmas village. So you can see the size difference in the houses.
Monster Village.
This is Monster Village. This is little peanut village. But anyway, so I'm working on that. Then in my crochet journey, other than the posters that I made, I did finish an 8-sided star blanket, which I'll show when we get to finishes. But this is the pattern. This is the blanket that I'm currently working on.
So pretty. Wow, you did way more.
You did do way more.
Don't pay attention to these strings, but this is a cloud stitch. So I'm doing a cloud stitch pattern and the back is flat.
Wow.
It's so dense and heavy and warm. I love it.
It's getting very heavy, but I still have like two more cakes because Jodi got me 2 more cakes of the yarn. So I'm going to use all of it and it's going to be 500 pounds when I'm done with it. But I'm really happy with how it is crocheting up. So those are my whips.
So pretty.
All right, so let's talk about like recent finishes, if you've had any since the last time we filmed, before we get into our old finishes. So Erin, why don't you go first?
So I have some kittens, my Christmas ones. I've been working on my little Christmas guys. So this one is called Michigan Squirrel because he's so chonky. Have you ever seen a Michigan squirrel before?
No.
First of all, most of them are like either gray or black, and they're fat. Like they're so chonky. Like they've got to survive some crazy winters. So like I come here and I'm like, why are the squirrels so skinny? They're all like so fit.
They're so fit. We have fit ass squirrels.
And they're chonky. So I made him nice and chonky. So he's a Michigan squirrel. And then my gloves.
Cute.
And then Christmas present. And I think I've shown the bear before, but my bear.
He's so cute.
Cat. And then my favorite thing about Christmas is bubble lights. So my bubble lights.
Adorable.
Will go on sale when I get back from England, which is like mid-November. So that will be up until then. I mean, if you can't tell by the mess that is behind me, you can't see all around me, but I'm surrounded by Advent stuff. I'm on day 15. I'm almost done. I've got to get Advent stuff done and off my brain, and then I can do anything else. It's a lot. But if you ordered an Advent box, I promise you're going to love them, and they should be out very, very soon. I'm excited. I can't wait for people to get them and like say what they think about it and stuff.
And if you do get one and you watch our channel and you have a floss tube yourself, please make a review video so we can see you open it.
I'll be so nervous watching that.
All right, well, you don't have to watch it, but Jodi and I will watch them. Yeah.
This is a refinish. This pattern is Clementine by Plum Street. So I originally had it on, I think I still have the box. I had it on. Do you remember when we went through the phase where we finished on these?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a phase.
And I didn't like it. Like every time I pull it out, I'm like, ugh, it doesn't flow. It doesn't really go with my style. So I refinished it as a flat fold, of course. This is the
Oh,
fabric.
that's cute fabric.
Really
And-
cute.
Because he's too cute. He's a little Magnus and he needs to be up and out in my house.
Yes.
So I refinished.
Cute.
That looks great.
Thank you. That's all for this time of my new finishes.
All right, Joe, did you have any new finishes?
I don't.
Okay, I do have two. Well, first let me show you my finished blanket. Sorry,
Oh.
Oscar just got on my lap, so you're just gonna have to bear with me here. But this is the blanket that I finished, and
So
each of
good.
these rows was a color change. So I spent most of my time just weaving in ends. So I very much prefer more of the variegated floss that you just continually go.
I was
And
gonna
it's-
say, I feel like that was a never again.
You
That
can
was
see
a-
it all over your face.
that was a never again. Oh, hi, that was a never again. Never happening. Never
Oh,
happening again. I know. But now my baby has a new blankie, so here you go.
really does love that blanket, huh?
He likes getting wrapped up like a little
Aw, it's so
little Chihuahua burrito. But this is the finish that I did on that green fabric initially. And it is
Ooh.
You did finish it. Look at that.
so this was a Liz Matthews pattern. It is the Sleepy Hollow by Liz Matthews. I had this whip for no joke, probably 3 or 4 years. And when I pulled it out, I literally just had to finish this and a few leaves. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, just finish the damn thing. So I had this wooden round piece from Joann's. And so I cut a piece of Halloween fabric to fit, Mod Podged it onto the wood. So it kind of has like a
Good idea.
texture.
It's like hard. Yeah.
It has like a texture to it, so it doesn't like crinkle over time. Wrapped black ribbon, and then I just did my finish with a little bit of batting
Oh,
on.
I love it.
And then I just found a little gold button in my stash to go on the bow. So I just need Jay to put a hanger on the back for me so I can hang it up.
and
But
I
that's
love it. It's really good.
Thank you. It's kind of
Again,
huge.
perfect fabric choice for Halloween. I would never have picked that.
So now I'll have two
So good.
on the same fabric. Yeah. But anyway, that
Crazy, both of those pieces look so different too. Like that other one, that other piece of fabric looks so different.
yeah, it does.
That's
does.
great.
But I really like how this one turned out, like the stitched piece too. Like I just love how it turned out. It's a really cute pattern. Highly recommend it.
A good one.
Like I said, it's a little bit older, but not by much. I mean, Liz hasn't been designing for that long, 2020. So I think I started it in 2020. So that makes sense.
There you go.
All right. So let's get into past Halloween and fall finishes. So the way we're going to do this is we're just going to go around. Everyone's going to show one. If we remember who the designer was, we'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll just show you what we did with it, because that's probably the best we can do. So Erin, take it away.
I cheated a little, and earlier today I went through and like I took pictures to like figure out who designers were, because some of these are old, but I couldn't tell you when I stitched them. This
Okay.
one is I Believe by Bent Creek, and I do remember that I stitched it on, it was a kit, and it's a linen, like an 18 count linen kind of thing.
Is that the pearl cotton that those come with?
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
With that pearl. I did it. I remember stitching it on my birthday one year. Like I got to sit and stitch for a whole day, which was a big rarity back then, especially.
Best birthday present.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I think I remember it so well. And then later when I learned how to flat fold, I made a flat fold.
Mhm. Okay, Jode.
This one I did probably 5 years ago, but this is my skull pillow, and it's hot glued.
Dude, I was gonna say, is it glued?
So it's real crunchy on the edges, which is cool. Not so much. It's also like not filled properly. It's like real flimsy and like empty.
I can remember you
It's so bad.
like, you were like, immediately I have to finish this. Like Kristen was like, I'll help you. And you were like, no, I have to.
Hot
I
glue.
couldn't wait. I remember buying these this like
Yeah.
bobble pom-pom ribbon at like, I think I was at like Home Goods, and I found it in like a giant spool, and I was like, I have to have that. And I had to use it right away. And it's like crunchy and hard, and there's like glue coming out on the edge. It's real great, guys. But I love the stitch and I love the fabric.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I'm kind of pissed that I like screwed it up so bad, but
What are you gonna do?
so it goes. It still comes out every year.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just noticed I stitched this in black, and my fabric on the back is navy. So that's a really cool design choice too.
Everything that I picked is stuff that is displayed in my house. Like
Same. This is all in my house.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing I've stitched that I don't put out in my house. I'll find room for it somewhere.
What's going on?
Yeah. This is like, this stuff goes in a box and comes out in October.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe fabric touch on the back.
Yeah. My first finish to show, it's a trio. These are from the Witchy Stitcher. These are her vintage Halloween patterns. So I did all three of these.
Again, with the turquoise for Halloween. I love it.
Love it. I love it. I hate how they're finished, but I'm so lazy. I won't refinish them. And I do hang them up proudly on my TV center. So for the whole
You know
world
what's
to
funny? I knew exactly where those were in your house the minute you showed them. I'm like, those go on the little knobs of the TV stand.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, oh, and I know where you put those.
So it looks like a small child finished these, but I love them anyway. And I love how the little stitches turned out. I think these would be cute to make into like smaller little hangers to go on the tree, or to go up, but I love them anyway. So they're staying. Okay, next.
My first quite a few are going to be flat folds, by the way. This is Mouse's Halloween Stitching by Tiny Modernist.
That one's, I love that one.
What I was doing with this fabric, it doesn't really go with it.
It's cute, Erin.
Desperate to finish, and it's all I had. I also was like heavy into embellishment, so I added these. I'm like, I don't do that anymore. I've evolved.
This is a walk down memory lane.
It is-
people.
It
This
really is.
is an evolution of our finishing
What
skills.
is this that I used around the edges? I hate it.
I mean, again, this is who you were at that point in time.
This is
So
cool to see like how things have progressed.
Yeah.
I didn't even stuff these.
Well, I barely stuffed my pillow, so you're in good company.
I mean, I didn't do this part right at all. It's like crunchy and it doesn't lay flat. Yeah. I still love it and it still goes out.
Still love it. Okay, Jode.
Okay. This was one I finished with this little frame from the Dollar Tree.
Oh
And
yeah.
I painted it black, and I stuck some little things on there, and I just stitched this guy on organza. Hello. There's glue strings
You've
all
done
over it. And there's like a little purple background, and that was my Dollar Tree finish.
I love
Nice.
that one.
My next one is my kittens
I know that one.
fall. I still fall for you with Jay and I's
I know that one.
yeah, with our wedding anniversary on it and our initials. So I love this one. And fun fact, my mom and dad, I stitched this for my mom and dad last year. It was their 40th wedding anniversary last year. And today would have been their 41st wedding anniversary. So thinking of you today, Mom. But this was one of my dad's, he like actually went out of his way to text me to thank me for stitching it for them and how much he loved it. So this pattern in general will always have a very, soft spot in my heart. So thank you, Erin. Love you.
That makes me really sad and happy at the same time.
I know. But she still has it hanging up and she loves it. And it's a good reminder of her and my dad. So I was glad that I got to stitch that while he was still here. So yeah. All right, Erin.
That's really sweet. This one is I Love Fall by the Frosted Pumpkin. I did like a flat fold finishing thing for this one. Like a finish show everybody how I did it.
God damn it, Kristen.
I know we're all like, and I finished this one last year and it's great. Sorry. I did just throw this whip away. So I'm not gonna lie. It was one that I tossed in the trash.
Sure. I like the way I finished it. I mean, I like the pattern, but this is one that I still enjoy the finish style I did of it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull it out and
I think it looks great. It's a super cute pattern. I just,
I mean, if you're never going to finish it, you're never going to finish it.
Nope.
Gotta bring you joy.
Gotta bring me joy. Okay, Jod.
Okay, this is a spider that I did on organza. You can't see the web behind it. Maybe you can see it on the back.
Yeah.
But it comes through on the front when you are in person. And I beaded the legs and he's flat and I didn't cut my excess off here. So that's cool too. But I have another spider that I use these beads for that's not flat. So I'll show that one. Well, here, we'll do them at the same time. So this is the other spider that I did, and his legs are not flat.
They're bent. Yeah.
They're bent. Also with the strings hanging down. That's really fun. So this is on printed fabric. So organza spider, printed fabric spider.
Why do I not remember this one?
Either. I love it so much.
Yeah. Like I seriously don't remember this one at all.
Really? I printed that pattern, that image on linen. This is like really tiny linen, like not linen that I would stitch on. But I printed on it and then I stitched the web and then I did the spider over it. Wow, this is amazing.
You bent its legs like it's the coolest thing.
It is
he's
amazing.
3D. So same beads as this flat guy, but yeah, so those are my spiders.
Love them.
Love
Thank
that.
you.
That's awesome.
Okay, so back when I was making a lot of pillows, I finished this pattern, which is, don't know. I'm not even going to pretend. She does one for every month, and then it had wordplay, October wordplay. Don't know who did it though, but I loved it. It was so cute. And then I finished it onto this like fun pattern.
What fabric is that? It looks like raw, like linen.
It is like a raw linen. I think it was just like a scrap piece of like fabric that I had forever that I thought would look really cute with like this more like primitive looking stitch. And then I just finished it with some little buttons and sewed the pillowcase on it and put a zipper in it. If you asked me to make this again today, could not do it. Do not remember.
Oh, you've lost the ability to do a pillow?
I mean, I'd have to like reteach myself how to do it, but like, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, my stitches like around my zipper, like so nice. I'm like, who am I? How did I do this? But I did.
Yeah.
No idea. So that's that one.
Lots of talent.
Yeah, thanks.
These are also flat folds. These are Halloween cats by Stitch with Coffee, who was somebody that donated to our retreat.
Yes.
She's amazing. And there's a Magnus one and a taco one. And then the fabric is the best part.
Oh, yeah. Her
love
stuff is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's really fun to stitch too. I have another, when I get to my bigger finishes, I have another one by her that I love. Highly recommend her out. She's on Etsy and you can download the stuff so easy and they're very fun patterns.
Very, very cute.
Okay, my next one is this guy. So this was a kit that I sold. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. Sometime. I sold this kit. So this was like a whole thing that came together with the pattern, the organza, the background, and the ribbon and the box. And it's just like a cute little treat box. And if you bought this, thank you for the support. And I hope that it is out in your house right now for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Super cute.
Retreats.
I love the back.
Jodi, you might have to help me remember this one. So, fun fact, Jodi and I both stitched this pattern. It might be kind of hard to see, but it's
the Witchy Stitcher.
Oh,
So,
is it the Witchy Stitcher? Okay.
yeah, mine's on my wall. I couldn't take anything down from my wall because I have it all up with like command strips. So I couldn't take anything down. But yes, we did that at a retreat day that we went to.
Yeah, we went to like a local stitch day. But yeah, this one, and I think the fabric's so cool. It's a Jodi fabric. But it's the Dead and Breakfast in established 2020. And then I added this like fun fringe and it sits on a shelf. So it looks cool when it's sitting on the shelf.
Looks like dripping blood.
It does. And then I put that little bat charm in the corner. So super cute. And I stuffed it with walnut shells. So it's a hefty little.
Heavy.
It's a
I like
heftier.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, these are my bigger flat folds. This one is Frank and Elvira by RETM.
So cute.
Cute. Good fabric choice too.
Thank you. Yeah, you can see into my flat fold era, like I'm actually decent at it now.
Yes.
Those take forever to stitch, but I always love them. All of those RETM gobble couples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. They're a work. It's a lot of work, but it's amazing when they're finished. Yeah, agreed. Okay, Jod.
Okay, this one is not cross stitched, but it is stitched, and this is on tulle. So I had learned through stitching on a lot of organza that the organza is really shiny, and when I discovered tulle, this is what I did with it, and it's very much more like clear, like it's a lot easier to see through. So I took a bunch of Halloween fabric and cut it and stitched it onto the tulle. Her little broom is like 3D. And then I just put that moon background behind her. But yeah, it's just like Halloween fabric stitched into tulle.
Love it.
Amazing.
I remember that one. Yeah.
It's big, but I like her.
I do too. Right, I have a couple small things that I've stitched, so I'll kind of show like two at a time. This one is my little Halloween black cats.
I love
and I finished it with some fun thread and this Chanel trim and a little spider, but it's stitched on 28 count 1/1.
I was gonna say it's so tiny.
It's so tiny. I know the stitches are incredible, but it really lends well to the black cat because you can't really see the stitches. And then this is another little hanger that I did. This is for my Halloween tree, but this is a Rebel Stitcher design. This little pumpkin guy carrying his little treat bag, and I finished it on some bat fabric, so this can hang. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
All right, this one. Well, it used to light up, but I guess I need a new battery. Light up around the edges. Halloween, I'm stitching by Jordan Privé. And also, I think almost the exact same fabric, a bat fabric.
Yeah, It does look the same.
Yeah. And it used to light up, but apparently it doesn't anymore.
That stitch was a labor of
That
love.
was a big one.
Yeah.
This one, when I was like going in the hospital for something too. I can't remember what now, but I loved it. It really didn't take that long.
It looks very intricate though.
I found an Ada too, which is different for me.
Mm-hmm. I love that one.
It's actually a much quicker stitch than you'd think, and I loved it.
That one's really pretty.
Yeah.
Jode?
Okay, my next one is this guy, which was actually also a refinish. I stitched him, and I can't remember what I did with it, but I ended up taking it apart and then doing him on this coffin. So if you can see behind there, there's bones in there.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the coffin, and then I just printed out this little thing and colored my coffin with a Sharpie, as I do, because I can't wait for paint to dry. So
It wasn't take that long.
She is the queen of shortcuts, people.
Sharpie dries instantly. So
It's not even 5 minutes, like paint.
there you go.
Yeah. My next one is another pillow finish. So this
I
is
love that.
my vintage pumpkin from Witchy Stitcher. And this is Halloween Greetings. Again, with the teal. I love when she did like this whole series of Halloween stitches that had the orange and the teal and the black. I mean, it just looks incredible. And like the extra teal and orange around the letters, it just makes it pop. So I finished this on a pillowcase, and then it's just a fold in the back with that cute moon fabric. So, and this pillow is not super fluffy, so this is very loose. Might need to get a bigger pillow, but I have it sitting on a chair downstairs.
So cute.
Thank y'all.
All right, this is my last flat fold. It is a Cora Betta Cori Halloween cross stitch. And keep in mind, this is only a fraction of the pattern.
Yeah.
It is the bottom quarter of the pattern. So the whole pattern would be like this.
What do people do with that?
I don't think they'd stitch it on 28, which I'm always gonna stitch on like a 28.
Even on 40, that would be big. Like, I mean, it would just be, yeah. It looks amazing though.
It does.
Yeah, I used the kitty on that one too.
Yeah.
I love that one. It's funny, I noticed the other day I have like 4 witch stitches that sit next to each other, and I didn't do that intentionally, but I'm like, and they're all stitching. They're all witches that stitch. I really love when witches stitch. And they all have red hair and green faces.
Love it.
Might be sending a bad like signal to Ellie, but whatever. Embrace your life, Ellie.
Yes, exactly. I love that. That just means you really like her patterns.
I do.
And they're great. All right, Jode.
This one is another haunted house that I did. So I stitched the bat, I stitched the cats, and then just embellished the rest of the house. This was like a wooden doll house that I got from Michael's that I ripped apart and painted, and then just made like the little windows, and I stuck some yellow fabric behind it. Not a ton of stitching, but this is like a bigger piece that I have on my table.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
I love that one.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one, if you recall, a lady actually copied this finish and then refused to give me credit for it, and we called her.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because she literally did the exact same thing. And then when we kind of were like, oh yeah, like we just did that, then she blocked me and then pretended like she didn't know what I was talking about. But anyway, it's fine. I don't care if you copy me. I'm flattered if you do. Just like, you know, be cool to like give me credit for the idea or whatever. But anyway, I saw these.
We're not fair about it at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Listen, I copy and emulate people all the time. I will give people credit where credit is due. I just expected the same, because it's not a big deal. Like, I'm flattered that you would copy me, but at least just give me credit. So we bought these cauldrons from Target. Yeah, Target. I mean, she even had the same pumpkin finish at the top. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about it. Anyway, I added the bow and the little pumpkin on the top, but this is, I think this is a Jardin Privé.
No, that's
It's not. It looks just like her pattern.
I don't think it is, because I remember looking at another one with the separate like motifs and thinking like, oh, I could break that down and make them smaller. Maybe it is, but I just feel like it's not.
Maybe you're thinking of this other one that I have that I'll show in a minute. This
That's
one
possible.
is, I believe, this looks like Jardin Privé, so I'm gonna say probably, but I don't really know at this point. But I did do some different variegated flosses and stuff on it, and I think it turned out super cute. And it gets knocked off the table in the living room all the time, and this bow is gonna need a little DIY. But anyway, there's that one.
Great. Okay, mine is a joint project because Kristen did the stitching and I did the finish of this one. And it hangs up by my kitty cats.
That one's also on 28 1/1.
So small.
It's incredibly tiny.
I love this one.
Thank you. Hey, Jode.
Okay, my next one is one of these, like, I got into this like box phase where I found these wooden boxes, also colored with a Sharpie. But it is a bleeding heart, and there are bloody knives inside. And then when you open it, this is a magnet. So these are, needle minders.
Yeah.
That stick on there. And then there's some fabric at the bottom. And you can put like, scissors and a needle and some thread in there and use it as like a little travel situation.
Very cute.
Cool.
This one is a Lizzie Kate trick or treat.
I also know where that hangs in your house.
Halloween pattern. This one hangs over by the coffee bar. And I found this just one thing at Joann's, painted the pumpkin, made the little ribbon, and I had a bunch of these like little skulls. It's actually a part of like a bracelet, and I just took them apart and I glued them on there. So, and I like the plaid fabric in the back.
I like that too.
Well, thank you. Okay.
All right, this one's called Halloween Time. I lost my note. That's what I was just looking for, of how to say the name, but it's a croquette a go-go. I don't remember.
Crochette a go-go. I don't know. It looks amazing.
It's really cute.
And this is only part of the pattern. There's still like 4 more parts at the bottom. But this is from Seasons, and I just finished it and plopped it in here and then put the rope around it.
It looks amazing. I really like that one.
Me too.
The little kitties on the fence. It's cute.
Okay, my next one is a little joke. So I got this thingy I think I got it at Joann's, but it says, "This graveyard looks crowded." And then when you turn it, it says, "People are dying to get in."
But
that's a good one.
So I just stitched the pieces in the hoops, obviously. This one has that little ghost is behind the organza. I don't know if you can tell, but he's back there. And then I just I didn't paint it, I colored it with Sharpie, stuck my little things on there and called it a day.
As one does.
As one does.
Okay. Maybe you guys will be better with the names of the designers than I am. Here's another hanger that I did for the tree. I actually stitched one for Jodi. So she has an ornament, I have an ornament, which I'm not showing any of my gifted like cross stitch things, but you've made some for me. Like I'm just showing what I have stitch.
Who is that? Who is that?
It is.
Love it. I can't believe I can't think of who did it. It's God. Is it Liz Matthews?
No. Hold on.
Oh, that one's gonna bug me because I have that.
I have another one of her patterns. So it is. Let me pull out my trusty.
The encyclopedia.
Excuse me. Hold on here. It is. I know that's gonna drive me batshit. It is
I think I have that one too.
Bardone. Sue Hillis.
Ah, no, I would have never gotten there. Yeah, you're right. Look at that.
Dark Shadows. Sue Hillis Designs. Yep. All right. Well, stop my head from hurting.
I wouldn't have gotten there either. I'm glad you looked it up.
Yeah. So Sue Hillis.
Super cute. I like the fabric choice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, the back is this like
Oh,
a
yeah.
like haunted apothecary fabric. Okay. Erin.
This one is Jodi fabric. It's called Halloween Squirrel, and it's by the Blue Flower, and it actually has a double finish. And I don't remember what this guy's name is, but he's like the Hawaiian, or he makes all those little ones. I can't think of. He's on Etsy.
Jodi, you buy a bunch of patterns from him.
Yeah, he's like he makes the little one.
Yes, it's La Salva.
Yes. So this squirrel is him.
Yes.
And that's that this
that is a double finish.
It's a double. Well, because so I had just this thing on here and it broke. And I had this one as a separate finish. And I was like, well, since it broke, let me put this on there. And so now hopefully
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Although you can see I get chips. I don't take care of them when it's off season, you guys.
I get it. I don't either. You can't like bubble wrap everything. Like we don't have space. So it just gets like.
And I hope it's okay. And
I
sometimes
know.
it's not.
Nothing a little paint can't fix if you ever wanted to touch it up.
Part of this too. I just noticed that. Oh well.
Yeah.
He hangs up. I love this one.
Yeah. Okay, Jode.
Okay, my next one. I only have 4 left. Do you guys have a ton more?
4 left. That's exactly how many I have.
I have just a couple. I'll show 2 ornaments though.
So my next one is this little guy. So this is a rib cage with a beating heart.
Yes.
Oh, good.
So this, I don't know, when we were at the Sweater Weather retreat, Sarah was stitching a pattern with this rib cage. And when she was done with it, I stitched just the rib cage from the pattern. It was like some giant pattern. And then I just put this little heart behind it with the wire so I could make it beat. I love this one.
It was from the
It was the Bleeding Heart sampler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that giant one.
I'm
Oh,
so proud of myself for remembering.
Mhm. Yeah. Yes, it was that one. Yes. Okay, I have 2 more little hanger things and then I'll show some other big ones. This is one of the in the round patterns. I think we got this in a box like a long time ago, or it was like a kit or something.
that harvest box that we got.
Yes. That was a great box.
We left the movies to go get the harvest box.
Yes. It was a great box too.
It was a great box.
That box. Whose box was that?
Oh, it's whoever did the fabric. Who was the fabric from? That's a Bent Creek.
This is hands-on design.
Hands-on design. I confused.
No, it looks familiar, like similar, but this is a hands-on design. And then it came with all of the stuff to finish it.
That's terrible that we can't think of it. Like, it makes me feel so old.
I think it was it wasn't color and cotton. It was
Oh, it wasn't I would have
I
believed that.
feel like it was.
I think it might have been.
Maybe. I don't know, but it was from a harvest box. Look at our short-term memory. Like, I swear to God, I can't even remember what I did last week, let alone what I did. We literally got this like in 2019.
It was so long ago.
It was
Yeah.
Whenever the Lion
pre-COVID. It
King
was
came out.
pre-COVID because we went to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there's that one. And then this one is another little finish that I did to hang on my tree. And this one, I believe, is Kathy Barrick. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's adorable.
It does matter. I'm not going to remember. So it doesn't matter that I'm sitting here thinking of it because I'm not going to remember.
But if people are watching this and they really have to know, take a screenshot and then do like a Google Lens. You can search for the picture and that's how you can find them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just didn't do the research prior to this call today like Erin did. So, you get what you get. So follow her advice and go to Google and do that. But I love it. It's so cute. And the purple fabric, I think, just makes it. But that little yellow tree or the yellow moon, it pops. I love this one. It goes on my tree. Thank you. Okay.
This is one of my very favorite finishes, and I look forward to taking it out every single year. It is Trick or Treat 2022 by Stitch with Coffee. So this is my other Stitch with Coffee finish. But I got this board from a Giant Eagle for $2 post like after the season. Saved it, put this on top of it, and then just put a couple of embellishments, and I feel like it came together. So I love this one every year. It's
I love that one. Mm-hmm.
It's a cute pattern too.
Yeah.
It is so cute. And that's Forbidden Fiber floss, and that's definitely Jodi fabric.
Love it.
My fave.
Yep.
Okay. My next one is this little coffin that I embellished with some sparkly things. And then when you open it, he pops out.
Hey girl, hey.
Ooh, I like him.
So
I like him too.
this was one that I wish I did on tulle because the organza is like real shiny and I wish it was more like transparent, but he's fun. I set him out on my little table.
I like him. This is one I also did a very long time ago on this heart wood shape.
Mine's hanging on my wall.
Is this Night Spirit Studio?
It is Night Spirit Studio. I'm so glad you said that because my next one is a piece of theirs and I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, and I finished it with this fringe and it's so cute and I love it. Yes. Yep. So see, look at us. We remember.
We did it.
We did it.
All right, this one, don't look at the back of it, but I like the front of it. Called Falling Leaves by Whistle Stop Stitcher on Etsy.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah, well, I had this and I was like, what can I put on it? And it swings, but it just sits still. And the back looks terrible. But, you know, I just put it like this.
One sees the back.
I made it like my girls jumping out of leaves, and I like to pull it out every year.
I love
That's
that.
Cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna save my Night Spirit Studio for last because it's my favorite one. This is my second favorite one, and I love taking this out. So these butterflies are from a pattern. I have no idea where this pattern came from, but it's these butterflies, and then this hand that we got from someone that watches our channel, and I can't. Is it
Sandra?
Sandra.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me this, and it goes through the organza, so it's like it goes through, and it's just like this hand, like letting these butterflies go, and this is like I love it. Like every time I take this out, I'm like, oh. That it's like the pillow. I'm like, man, that's really cool. I don't know if I could do that again.
Yeah. It's like, well, it was a once in a lifetime thing, people.
Yeah, this is a one and done. But this is one of my favorites.
I like it. That's a good one.
All right, this one I definitely know is Erica Michaels, and I was supposed to stitch it on gauze, and I ended up stitching it just on fabric because you can do both. You don't have to stitch it on gauze. But this is definitely an Erica Michaels pattern. I actually bought this at a retreat when they used to do the stitch days for Friends and Stitches. And I remember buying this. I remember looking at the gauze. I said, what is this? And why is it this big? And I'm supposed to stitch on that. Now, in today's day and age, I would definitely
You
have
would.
stitched on it. And I probably would have done it 1/1 or something ridiculous like that. But I like this fabric. Don't know where I got it. And like you said, Erin, look at that back.
Yeah, don't look back.
But you know what? It sits on this little menu board and no one can see it. And you know what? I might get ambitious one day and like pop a piece of black and kind of give it some dimension to it. Or I could finish this one as like a fun little flat fold
I
or,
love that you just have it sitting on there because you can
Yeah.
like change that out.
oh yeah, I definitely can change this out for the seasons.
I like that. I like that you can stick it on there.
Yeah, thanks.
Sometimes you could just do that. Like it doesn't have to be crazy, you know?
No, yeah, definitely.
I don't. Oh, there's literally a spider on this one. That's so weird. Because this one sits out on my front porch. It's
Oh.
my cross stitch pumpkin. There was really a spider just right there.
You're
But
like,
I
why did you
actually
do that?
have, I don't know if you can see it. I have another pumpkin. I have all the ambitions of doing this again with one of my own patterns, but it takes a lot of work to like measure it out. Plus I have to go buy the yarn for it. It's like a whole thing. But this bad boy always sits on my front porch, and it's one of my favorite finishes that I've ever done. I love it.
love that.
I think you should do another one. Let's
I
just
do
go
too.
there.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Finding time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My last one is bits and pieces of a Night Spirit Studio pattern. I don't know which one, but I just took the bits and pieces from it. So this like flower outline is Night Spirit Studio. I stuck this coffin in the organza. It goes right through the middle. And when you open the coffin, there's a little guy inside.
Funny.
That's so cute.
So that goes right through, and yeah, I just stitched the red flowers and the black stuff around it, and this is my favorite one. I like that there's like a little hidden treasure inside.
I do too. I do like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. My next one is a fall finish. I know we haven't had a lot of fall finishes, but this one is harvest time. And
Oh yeah.
Right here. It's always on my placemat.
oh, you have yours too?
It would be hard to get it out, but it always sits on my desk.
Who was the designer for this one?
RETM.
RETM, that's right. Yep. So this is the harvest time. And I did this with Dinky dyes. Who uses Dinky dyes? I want to know because I loved it. And it's like really silky. And I did orange and the green Dinky dyes. And I actually still have some left over because I stitched this on 40 count. This was one of my very first like 40 count projects. But yeah, I love this one. And it hangs up.
It's one of my favorites. That's why it's always in front of me.
Yeah, we did those so long ago. So long ago. Yeah.
This is my last one, and this is my favorite one. I actually put Halloween candy in this for when like we go trick-or-treating, we leave it out for the kids to grab, but I always put it out. This is what's on the front. It is the Gatekeeper by the Little Stitch Girl. And then on this side is my Witches Make Stitches by Pedal Pusher, another witch.
Another witch stitching.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, another witch stitching. I love witches stitching.
You do.
In front of a fireplace too. I'm like, she just looks so happy.
Yeah.
You're kidding? Come on.
Girls living the life.
So I put this out, and I'm always worried that someone's going to mess with it. I mean, and if they do, whatever, life goes on, but no one's ever done anything. So it sits out there with candy.
Oh, I'd be devastated if someone like stole it.
No.
I mean, I don't think anybody would, but you know.
You never know. It's so cute. Okay. So Jodi, you're done,
I'm done.
right? Okay. The next one that I made into a little pillow. This is from Wild Violet, and it's the Grim Reaper.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I did it with sparkly étoile floss, or not étoile.
Yeah.
Well, étoile, is that the sparkly
Yeah.
one? I
Yeah,
did the
yeah.
black and the white on it. I really need to do another project with sparkly floss. I really like it. You can't see it super well on camera, but
It
it
did
is.
pick up a little shine. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the glimmer.
Yeah, love it. And it's overly stuffed with cute little Halloween fabric on the back.
It's really cute.
Thank you. Okay, Erin.
I'm done. That was my last one.
Well, I only have one more too. So this one is has a cute story behind it, but not all witches live in Salem. And so we actually, I can't remember who the designer was of this pattern, but Sarah actually added some extra stitches for us so that we could stitch this guy, which Sarah charted, our friend Sarah charted for us, for the 4 of us that went to Boston back in 2022, 23?
3,
No,
2,
2,
2 years ago?
2022.
2022.
2022. So we did this was actually found on a tombstone in Granary Burial Yard in Boston, Massachusetts. And this is actually how the little skeleton was posed on the tombstone. So he's like vibing with his hand behind his head and his hand on his knee. Yeah, and he's amazing. So we actually stitched that up as a commemoration of our trip that we took back then. So this is a fun one. Again, not finished great because it was actually on a wooden board and it kept falling off. So I ripped it off and I just propped it up and I said, it's good enough. But that's what the back looks like. So listen, we're not all perfect finishers, okay?
That's right.
By any means.
This is the best we can do.
It and you put it out and people love it and nobody notices.
Yeah, that's right.
And it brings you joy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I do have to say that all of my cross stitch finishes bring me joy. As funny as the finishes themselves may be, there's a lot of good memories tied up in these stitches. So yeah, we can't, be too embarrassed by them, right?
It's really fun to have a mixture of stuff out to just look at and
yeah,
see the older ones up to your most recent and see how you've changed.
And I think we've all advanced pretty far as cross stitch finishers. So I'm proud of us for that. So yeah. But that's all we have for tonight. So we went through all of our finishes. We don't have any giveaways tonight. Hopefully we'll have some on our next video. And we don't have any retreat updates other than if you are looking for a refund, if you're unable to attend the retreat in 2025, our deadline for that is November 1st at midnight. After that, no refunds. I'm still sending out a few. If people hit the wait list, I still have a few spots. So we've already met kind of where we want it to be, but we can open it up for a few more attendees. So if you're putting your name on the wait list, there's a very good chance that you're going to get an invoice. And I give you 2 weeks to pay it, or you can DM me if you have an issue. But those invoices have been going out as people have gotten on the wait list. So if you were on the wait list and you didn't receive an invoice, please let me know, because every single person on the wait list has received an invoice, whether they paid it or not. So just be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, hopefully we'll be back beginning of November before Erin leaves for her trip in the, sometime during the middle of the month. And we start gearing up for Thanksgiving. So we'll get another video out then and keep you guys posted on all retreat related things as well. So thanks for stopping by. We love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Talk to you later. Bye.